Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this is the week of February 6th, and I have my weekly packet here as well as a meal printable from Passion Planner. So, both my monthly design and my goal setting for this month are a coffee theme, and I did have some leftover stickers from it, but I decided I didn't have quite enough, so I did go ahead and print out one more sheet. I will link the shops down below that I got these stickers from, but I have 3 partial sheets and then the one extra that I decided to print because I didn't think I would have enough without printing some more. I also have a few pins here. I just have like a peach friction highlighter, a tan dot marker, my friction 0.5 erasable, my Uniball Signo white pen, and then my Muji 0.38, which is not erasable. And I'm going to grab a couple black and white washi tapes just in case I need to bring some more black into my spread. So let's go ahead and get planning for this week. The first thing I'm going to do is just use my tape runner and tape down this meal plan for the week. I won't be filling this out yet. I'll wait until closer to probably Sunday night or maybe Saturday. I usually do my meal planning, my grocery list, and my grocery order all at the same time, but I'm not quite ready to do that because I need to take an inventory first. So this is the rest of my packet. It's just my routines, then my weekly layout, then I have a blank sheet for notes, my prayer list, and then my area for my prayer of the week and my daily Bible verses. I do like to start with the weekly layout and just get all of my calendar items down and anything that I already know that needs to happen next week. I want to go ahead and get that put down. I will try to put some stickers down as I am doing that, but a lot of times I end up having to put my calendar items in and some plans in before I can start really putting stickers in. So I do want to cover up the days of the week, so I am going to do that. They aren't all the same size and they're not perfect, but I like how it brings up that tan color up to the top of the page. It's hard for me to bring color to the top of the page unless I put some washi or I cover up the days of the week stickers or days of the weeks with stickers. I also don't mind that there is gray around the edge of these stickers. It just kind of makes it look like it's outlined, so that's not a problem. I just wish that they were all the same width so that they covered up the same amount of gray, but I don't think I'm really even going to notice it once the week starts. And even maybe once I get in the plans that I already have for this week, there are a lot of things that I already know that are going on. So I will get all that in during this planner session, and then either Sunday evening or Monday morning, I will come in and get more clarity and more granular on my plans. And I start putting down date stickers. But then I realized that I am off and I tried to be smart about how much I printed sticker wise. So I only printed the numbers that I thought I needed, but I was off by a day, so I'm not going to be able to use those. I did like how they looked, so it's a shame that I did mess the numbers up, but it'll be all right. I will just take those up and then I will write in the numbers here in a second when I figure out that the dates aren't right. And the only reason I knew the dates were wrong was because I went to put down the 9th on Saturday and I knew that my daughter's dance was on Saturday, but it was the 10th. So thankfully I did realize that. Otherwise, I would have ended up being very confused later. I also texted a friend of mine happy birthday, and I'm pretty sure her birthday is actually this week and it wasn't last week. So, yeah, I might have to check that date. And Passion Planner has an area where you can write the week of, And so I started by writing February 5th through 11th, but I will come back and cover that up with a sticker instead. I do love these washi tape strips that look like coffee cup marks. Like you spilled a little coffee and the bottom of your coffee cup got put in the coffee and put somewhere else. I really like the look of these, so I definitely wanted to use this on the spread. So I did go ahead and put it down at the bottom of both sides of the page. And I think that I changed these from the original to make them longer because they weren't going to fit all the way across a full-size page. So I did make them bigger than what they originally came in. But I love washi tape strips. So anytime I can incorporate them into my page, I'm definitely going to try to do that. I'm also going to grab my whiteout and white out that copyright just so I can write there instead. And this is Passion Planner's free weekly printable. I have modified it a little bit, and I do just want to mention that it is available on their website, but that little copyright says 2020 Angelia Trinidad. And this is where I'm going to go back and grab one of the month stickers that I had printed out, and I am going to go ahead and cover up that week of area. I just thought since I had the numbers already going across the top of the page, I didn't necessarily need them there as well. And I really liked the month stickers, so I wanted to use them in as many places as I could. And then I just grabbed my white pen and white out what was left of the box so you didn't see it anymore. So let me know down below if you like to see all of the planning, or if you just like to see the decorating part, or which parts of the plan with me's do you really like to see? I like to see it all, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else wants to see it all. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. So I'm just going to start by putting in the meetings and the tasks that I know that I absolutely have to do at a certain time during the week, and then I will fill in from there. So Monday at 8:15, I know that I have a surplus pickup, and while I'm at the site, I might as well just do the server mockups and the inventory while I'm there. And then I don't have any other meetings on Monday. There are some other things that I need to do, but I'll come back and fill those in a little bit. So my son has soccer training on Monday night, and then my friend Christy's birthday is Tuesday. It was not last Tuesday, it is this Tuesday. And then I have a lot of meetings on Tuesday. This is pretty normal. We always are in the office, so I have a project touch point, an Okta meeting, a leadership meeting, Arctic's office meeting, and then my son has a futsal for the high school in the evening. So, in case you are wondering why I have this love affair with my friction pens and my friction highlighters, it is because my meetings shift so frequently and it just messes up my whole planner. I hate when I have a meeting that's scheduled at 10 and then it gets moved to Thursday and then I have to rewrite it over there, but there was another meeting that we moved out of the way for it. So it just makes it much easier for me to use both a friction pen and a friction highlighter. So if I didn't highlight what I was doing, then it would be fine. I wouldn't need that. But I really want my appointments and my meetings to stand out just a little bit. I don't go crazy with the highlighting usually. For the most part, it's just a simple box around the time that I'm booked, or I draw a line alongside of the time and just one line between the time column and then where I'm writing the meeting. I also like to make a note for myself at the top of the column, whether I'm planning on being at work that day or at home. Normally, my in the office days are Tuesday and Thursday, but with the projects picking up and me actually being hands on the equipment, I will end up going into the office more than that, which will make for a crazy week this week because my son has an eye appointment and I have an eye appointment, and I was hoping to just work at home those days. But then I found out that I need to be on site those 2 days. So I will be in the office 4 days this week. And honestly, I don't mind because we're at the point where we're getting things accomplished and I'm able to cross things off my list. There are a lot of new things coming on the list as well, but I really like being productive. And as long as there's a method and a reason for going into the office extra days, I love it. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but on Friday I wrote 545 virtual crop, and I am super excited about that. My goal for this year is to scrapbook 24 layouts, and I know that if I don't schedule time, that I just won't get that done. So I did schedule a virtual crop on Friday, and I got the box of supplies that go along with that. So I'm really excited, and I hope that I like it so that I can do it every month. This bottom right hand side I am using for my making all the plans videos, Instagram, YouTube, administrative stuff. I put that all down here in this area, and I'm just double checking that I am doing it the right way. And then I am using my T-square this time, and it still looks crooked even though I used the T-square, so I'm not sure if it's an optical illusion or if it actually is crooked. And if I had printed out a second set of those days of the week, I would have definitely used them. And even though we're a month in, I'm still getting used to this new packet that I made and what the components are that work best with the packet sticker wise. So I'll get there, but I am loving how functional it is, and that's really what I was going for this year. So this sticker says, don't forget to give yourself a break. And normally Sunday evenings is when I can just chill out. I don't normally do a lot of extra work or making all the plan stuff or cook like after dinner on Sunday. I'm usually done for the weekend. And I really love these girls, and I've used them in my monthly and in my goal setting pages. And I kind of wish I had printed out a few of them so that I could have put one here. I could have put one on the main page of the week, and I could have put one in the prayer section. But I'm just going to go with what I have right now. I feel like I printed out quite a few stickers, so I'll just use what I have. I'm sure that I'll still have some left over, but I always would rather have a few too many than run out and feel like I need to print more. So I'm going to put one of these square boxes over here, but I do want something to layer with it. So I'm going to grab that little coffee bean sticker and put that down and then layer this box sticker over top. And then I figured I'd fill in that little white space that was left with a little bit of these coffee beans. And I really like these coffee beans also. And then, since I knew that I wasn't going to be doing anything else during the virtual crop, I would go ahead and put this coffee in right on the spread. A lot of times I don't put stickers in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday, just because there's so much going on that I want to make sure that I leave plenty of time for those things, and I can save my stickers for other spreads or other pages within this packet. So now that I have the bones done on this spread, I'm going to flip to my prayer list as well as the other faith area. And I do want to use this long strip, but I'm going to cut it in half so that I can stretch it across both pages. So I'm just going to lay it down on my paper trimmer, and I'm just trying to line it up with the lines. It's about 1/4 of an inch on each side when I'm done, just slightly over. So this first one comes up easily, and I go ahead and I get it down on the page. I just use the black line to line it up, and then I also trim it. I don't necessarily need it to go off the page, so I just ran it the length of that black line. And I love my Cricut True Control craft knife, but I hate this ruler. I really need to get a different short ruler. I like that it's metal, but it has cork on the back side of it, so I can never get a good line because my blade can go underneath, so it's bothersome. Okay, when I pulled up this other half of this washi strip, it ripped, and I don't have any more of it, so I'm just going to make it work. So I laid down one line of tape from my tape gun, and then I'm just going to piece the sticker together. I do end up leaving a little bit of space in between. I don't mind that it looks like that, but I was struggling to make sure that it matched up perfectly, so I decided that I would just leave the little bit of a gap to make it look like I did that on purpose. And then I'm just going to rub my fingers over the little bit of adhesive that's left. The tape gun, it does become permanent, but if you get it up quick enough, it is semi-permanent. So if you just rub your finger along the adhesive, it just rolls up into a ball and you can throw it away. And I was lucky enough to be able to get the rest of the sticker off of my paper trimmer pretty easily. I'm not really sure why it ripped when it came up that easily, but whatever, it ended up working out just fine. So I don't want to put a ton of stickers on this page because I want to leave plenty of room to be able to write my prayer up in that top left-hand corner and then the Bible verses for each day on the other boxes. So I'm just going to put 2 coffee mugs, one in each corner, kind of the page. And I decided I didn't like that one in the bottom kind of floating, so I did grab just one of the little stickers and put underneath it so that it looked like it was resting on something. Then I'm going to flip back to the prayer list and those journaling prompts and do a little decoration here. I really wanted to use these strips, and I wasn't sure if I was going to use the shorter one or the longer one, but then I was messing around and it got a little too stuck to the paper, so I decided it was a sign and that I would just leave it where it was. Thankfully, it wasn't very crooked. I didn't really want to get my undo out to move that sticker. But I did overlap that bottom line a little bit, so I just whited out the bottom bullet. I don't usually use every bullet of the week anyway, but now I'm going to take these coffee beans and cut them out individually because when I did my goal setting sheet, I really wished I had used the coffee beans instead of the dot pen for the bullets. So that's why I am cutting these apart. It would have been much faster to just use the dot pen and go over the gray boxes with the dot pen, but I had the coffee bean stickers, so I figured I might as well use them, and I really do like how this turned out. It's not the straightest line of bullets, but I mean, if you tried to stack coffee beans up, they wouldn't be straight either, right? So once I got those beans down, I just felt like this page needed a little bit more. So I did grab this February and I put it in that header sticker. I'm not really sure where that sticker would best fit in my planner right now, but I liked them, so I really wanted to use them. And then I do grab another one of these square boxes, and again, it stuck to my paper, so I just left it where it landed. And I would have loved some florals or something like that to soften up the page a little bit, but I didn't have that, and I didn't want to go look in my sticker books for it. So instead, just to fill up a little bit more space, I'm going to draw just a couple lines, a couple brown, one black, and I'm going to do it down the side and then across the top just for a little added interest. I'm not sure I like it, but I thought I would give it a shot. Again, I would have preferred to put some flowers or something to soften up the spread a little bit, but I feel like this gets the job done, so we'll just go with this. And once I get this done, I think we'll be done with the faith area of my weekly packet, and we can flip back to the main page of the packet, and that is my goals and meal planning area. And I'm just now realizing that I left the meal planning area on the other spread as well. So, yeah, I could have covered that up, but it'll be all right. So, I love these. I think they're header stickers, but I'm putting them down at the bottom right now. But it was too big and it would have covered up most of Sunday, so I didn't want to do that. and it didn't really fit up at the top, so I did just go ahead and rip off the edges that had most of the imagery on it anyway and put them down in the corners, and I do like how that turned out. I did rewrite Sunday over top just because I knew it would bother me not to be able to see the day of the week. And then I'll grab just a little strip of a sticker as well as a coffee just to put there in the middle. And then I do drop a few more stickers around this page just to dress it up a little bit. I don't write a ton on this page unless I have some notes about my goals that I want to write. And like I mentioned before, I will come back and do my meal planning for the week, but I need to take inventory of what we have in the house before I can do that. I'm also thinking about planning out all of our meals for the month of February instead of just this week. I have a few trips coming up, so it would be easier for me if I had that scheduled out. Plus, I have a crop Friday night during dinner, basically. So, again, it would be nice if that meal was already planned and prepped. So let's do a quick flip through of what we have and see if there's any gaps or anything that I need to add. So this is the goal setting page. These are my routines. I don't normally add anything there, so leaving it blank as is fine with me. And then I have the weekly overview where I can put all my tasks, and then I have my pages out of order. So then I have a dotted grid paper for any kind of notes, and then my faith section. So I think it's looking good, so I can really dig into starting to plan for the week. And I'm recording this on a Friday, so a lot of things will get hashed out, like I said, either Sunday evening or Monday morning. In this particular week, it will probably be Sunday evening because I don't normally go to work on Mondays. And this particular Monday, I need to be there probably before 8 o'clock. So normally it's not a problem, but I just don't think I'll also have time to do any in-depth planning. So the errands for this week are Target. I have some returns, but I also need to try on the jeans that I bought before I make returns. But I bought multiple sizes, so I know some things need returned. I still have to return my Spectrum router, but we're debating on whether or not we're going back to Spectrum. And then I need to take my daughter's jeans in to get hemmed. So now I am working on my to-do lists, and part of this is me looking at Notion, which is open on my computer screen to my right, and I just have a running list of all the things that I need to do. They're not necessarily prioritized or anything. I try to move the things that are most important up to the top. They just don't always make it there, but I like to look through the whole list while I'm planning out the week and picking out those things that I really need to get done. I'm also referring back to last week and seeing what I need to continue or just do from last week. So I'm just moving those things over to the spread. So a few things are finish my feel good productivity book that I've been reading. I need to schedule my son's well visit, schedule a car appointment, and some photo maintenance. And then over on the work side, it's more of studying for my certification, doing some Confluence work, procurement, surplus, inventory, dashboards, ordering furniture, doing some reports because it's the beginning of the month, and just some other tasks that I know that I need to finish up this week. Sometimes I do write tasks up in the calendar area, and this is mostly because I know this is when they need to be done. And honestly, if they don't get done when I've written them in, I do try to move them ahead in the week, but chances are it won't get done until the following week. So while I have Notion open, I am going to open my content calendar and just try to write out the things that I need to do throughout the week. Again, I am trying to get a little bit ahead because I have a couple trips coming up. So I'm trying to just look ahead and pick the next few things that I can work on without getting too far ahead because I definitely want things to be timely and relevant. So I'm going to continue to plan and I will just put some music on and let this continue. but I am a little under the weather and I'm afraid I'm going to lose my voice, so I'm going to stop talking. But I hope that everyone is having a great start to their February, and I hope that you have a clear plan to achieving your goals this month. Everybody have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! So at this point, I get out my goals for February, and I just want to make sure that the tasks that I've picked are aligning with the goals. And I always like to pick one big goal for the week for work, one big goal for personal, and one big goal for making all the plans. And my evening routine is going to be my number one priority this week for my personal goals. And for some reason, I did not write them down. But my number one priority for making all the plans is to get ahead on my content calendar. And then for work, it is surplus and inventory and procurement. I kind of look at those three things as one kind of aspect of my job. So that will be my focus for this week. I also wanted to take a peek at my monthly overview, and I'm realizing that I put the sticker down on the 1st and that doesn't go there, it goes on the 6th. So I do want to use my undo, pull that up, and normally, and with this sticker, if you let it dry, it will stick again. So I do let the sticker dry. However, the sticker did leave a little bit of sticky residue behind, so I wanted to go ahead and cover that up with something else. So while the sticker for the birthday is drying, I will find another sticker from the sticker sheet to put over the sticky residue, and then I will lay the birthday sticker back down on the correct date. And see, it works just fine, and it's not even curling up or anything. So undo really does work magic.